Hey there guys, my name's Bren Ryan and I'm the owner-operator of You Can Too Weight Loss and Fitness. Today I want to have a little bit of a chat to you about energy balance, how to lose weight and what we call our TDEE, which is our total daily energy expenditure, and how that affects your weight loss and your results. So if we look at this little graph over here, I've got 100% here, the graph, and our total daily energy expenditure, that's the amount of calories that we burn every day living our lives. And it's made up of 4 parts. Now the first part up here is TEPA, T-E-P-A, which is the thermal effect of planned exercise. So this is how many calories we burn doing exercise, like coming to the gym 3 times a week. Now I want to dispel a little bit of a myth. Everybody that comes to me, just about everybody, tells me that they eat okay, they just need to do a little bit more exercise, come to the gym 2 or 3 times a week. Now as you can see, that exercise takes up only 5% of your energy expenditure for the day. So yes, you can increase the amount of calories you burn by doing more exercise, but it's really only worth 5% of the overall result. So it's not going to be the be-all end-all. The next down underneath that is TEF, or the thermal effect of food, or thermogenic effect of food. So that's how many calories we burn by digesting our food. So that makes up about 10%. Now what's interesting is that's twice as much, that has twice the effect as what exercise does. So that's interesting, isn't it? So food choices, if we make better food choices, we can increase that thermogenic effect of food. So if we're eating bad food, it's going to lower that thermogenic effect of the food and the digestion process. So eating better quality food is going to increase that. The next in line is NEAT. And NEAT makes up 15% of our overall energy expenditure. Now NEAT stands for non-exercise activity thermogenesis. And what that means, that's the sort of thing, that's the sort of activity that's non-planned exercise. So that's getting 10,000 steps. That's doing the gardening. That's doing the housework. That's taking the stairs instead of the elevator. That's parking the car a little bit further away from work and walking a little bit further. So that's all the energy that we would burn just sort of moving around and living our lives. Now we can increase, and again, 15% of our energy expended comes from our NEAT, 3 times more than our planned exercise. Again, you can see how insignificant that is. So how do we increase our NEAT? How do we burn more calories? We be more active. We make more active choices. Move as much as we can. Stand up while we're working. Get up and walk around the office every hour for 2 minutes, something like that. Now the last one here, and the most significant part, 70% of our energy expenditure comes from our BMR. Now a BMR is our basal metabolic rate. So what that means, that is the amount of calories we burn just staying alive. Our heart beating, our respiration process, just our body going through its thing and being alive. So if we woke up in the morning and didn't get out of bed and just laid there, we would still burn this amount of calories, okay? Now that makes up a massive 70% of the energy burned, just staying alive. Now, how do we increase that? How do we make that better? We make that better by training better, smarter, more effective, in particular resistance training. We get plenty of rest, and we be mindful of ourselves and look after our mindfulness. So if we can do that, we can increase. So if we can increase our BMR, we can increase our non-exercise activity. If we can eat better food and we can do a little bit more exercise, we can increase our daily energy expenditure. Why is that important? Well, let's say that you start at 1,600 calories a day, and we can increase all those things just a little bit. We might then be able to increase our total daily energy expenditure to 1,700. Now if we do that, then we've increased the amount of calories we burn each week by about 700 calories, which is worth about probably 300 grams of fat, okay? So about 1/3 of a kilo. So that brings us to energy balance and why this is important. This is important, our total daily energy expenditure is important because the way that we lose or gain weight depends on our total daily energy expenditure. If we eat more calories than we burn, we will gain weight. So if we have a calorie surplus, we will gain weight, okay? If we create a calorie deficit, if we eat less calories than we burn each day, we will lose weight, okay? If we match, if we have balance, if we eat 1,700 calories and our total energy expenditure is 1,700 calories, we will maintain weight, okay? So that, my friends, is the secret to losing weight and being healthy long term. Do a bit more exercise, make better food choices, generally be more active in your life, look after your training, your rest and your mindfulness, and you're going to get some fantastic results. Enjoy, guys. See you later.